Alright, everyone. So, welcome back to my FemShep Paragon playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Just as a reminder, we have reached the point of no return. This is the point where once we continue and we go on to beat the game, it brings us back to this point to be able to do other content we didn't do. And on that note, I should let you guys know the reason why those Spectre things in my journal are not able to seemingly be completed is because, well, it's not done yet. So I went and looked at the mod page. I forgot some very important text that was on the front page of that mod, which is, this mod is in beta, which means it's still work in progress and not finished yet. It gave a summary of things that things that are going to be in the mod. They're just simply not there yet. So they're just going to be my journal until it gets finished. So yeah, sorry about that. But hey, consider this kind of a teaser of what to expect when the mod eventually gets further worked on and completed, which is apparently going to be like full quest lines and such that they're working on. So I'm really excited about this. Can I not help it that I'm excited about some of these mod creators and developers that are actually working on making new content? I mean, I know this is probably content that was in the original version of this game, not Legendary Edition, but people that are actually working on bringing new content over to this game. You guys get what I'm saying, right? It just, the idea of that the official actual developers who worked on this are done with this, but the community are still working on this and still trying to add more to this. And I love that. It gives me reason to keep coming back to this, and I just absolutely love that. You know, it's one of the reasons I am able to keep going back to some older games is because the communities keep coming up with new stuff and modding content. It's just so great. Anyways, so as I said, the intention here is that we are going to be going forward to do the main story conclusion and then wrap things up with the Citadel DLC, since there's a mod coming out later to have it be more of an actual epilogue. So because of that, it just, plus to me, it just feels right. It feels more appropriate in that regard. So what do you guys say we go ahead and finally take care of Cerberus and the Elusive Man? So this is the system that they have been hiding out all along. There's the big star we have seen him standing behind because this is Chronos Station. And yeah, kind of the MIA Red supergiant Anadius is a minor footnote on the star maps of the Horsehead Nebula, a cold dying star of about 20 solar masses and 1,500 times Sol's radius. Not listed on any charts, an unobtrusive space station is nearly imperceptible in the star's periodic bursts of solar output. EDI's advisory: the size and shape of the station suggests that many ships could dock in it. Precise measurements would require active scans, which could reveal the Normandy's presence. Given the stakes, this level of accuracy is not recommended.
Shepard, the intel you sent looks good. The fleets are ready to go.
But?
Once we're committed against Cerberus, it won't be long before the Reapers take notice.
And the Crucible?
Ready, except for the catalyst. But there's no way to hide the ships we'll be sending at Cerberus. Once we attack, the Crucible won't stay safe for long. For all intents and purposes, an assault on Cerberus will be the first stage of our attack on Earth.
What happens if Cerberus doesn't have the intel we need? Or they stop us from getting it?
Then we lead the fleets to Earth and we take our chances. But your intel points to Cerberus and the Elusive Man holding the information we're looking for. And we have the element of surprise. Cerberus won't know what hit him.
There's supposed to be another codex entry that's supposed to get added as part of the Happy Ending mod that is supposed to be an extra bit on the Crucible, adding more extra context to try and explain what's going to be happening later on, as opposed to what they had before, which was, as some people put it, space magic. But, I'll be on the lookout for when it pops up so I can read it to you guys. Because remember, it's a codex entry that was uniquely made by the modders, the mod creators for this game compared to, the official codex entries.
I want to make sure we're ready before we commit.
Understood. The fleets are ready.
Whoops. Wrong choice there, sorry.
Commander, something on your mind?
Alright, before we initiate, let me just go through this one more time.
What about the extra help we picked up along?
It's a testament to bringing in both the Quarian. The Quarian fleet is providing even.
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Arya to Logue. The blood pack will be used. We'll put the Eclipse. Don't want to know how you got Arya's cooperation.
Alright, so he doesn't comment about what happened with the DLC.
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
Given the situation everywhere else, as close as we can be, you've done well, Shepard.
Alright.
What are your thoughts on Cerberus?
I think it's obvious by now the elusive man is insane. Not that he wasn't always a special form of crazy, but this is getting downright dangerous. And I don't care what he thinks he's proven, there's only one way we defeat the Reapers. No more Reapers.
But what if the Reapers really can be controlled?
That's like trying to tame a shark. Somebody's gonna end up dead. In this case, it would be the whole galaxy. He's the worst possible person to give that kind of power to. Kill him. That's an order.
I don't know if I've ever actually heard that dialogue before. I guess because I picked that choice, we got to hear that, so kind of worked out, I guess. But just once more, just because I love this speech, let's hear him say it one more time before we really get underway here. Just as a reminder as to why Shepard is the one doing this.
If I may, Admiral, I have a personal question.
Speak freely, Commander.
Why me? Why put me in charge of all this?
Because you're the only soldier in this whole damn Navy who knows how to kill Reapers.
I just want to also remind you that this is Lance Henriksen, who has done quite a bit of great stuff in his career. And don't get me wrong, number of those things I really do like, but man, his work here as Hackett, I really, really like. If I ever had the chance to meet him, I would let him know how much I loved his work as Hackett.
You just have to be smart and hope you get lucky. Anyone can figure it out.
Your dossier says otherwise, Shepard. You stopped the Batarian slavers on Elysium all those years ago. What you did, the people who survived that ordeal still thank you by name.
And because of that, you think I qualify to save the galaxy?
Shepard, let me tell you something that I've learned the hard way. You can pay a soldier to fire a gun, you can pay him to charge the enemy and take a hill, but you can't pay him to believe.
I don't follow, sir.
When you went up against Sovereign, there was no good reason to believe you'd win. But your crew didn't seem to care. They went along anyway. Your trip through the Omega-4 relay? That was a suicide mission if there ever was one. Yet there your crew was, standing beside you, proud to serve. Why? Because they believed in you, their leader. That's what I need now. Where we're taking them is liable to get pretty hairy, and I know you're the one who will get us to the other side.
Nothing more, sir.
Hack it out.
Like I said, to me, that's the kind of thing that Shepard needed to hear before going forward with all of this. Because she's been through a lot. She went through the
Commander.
trauma of losing Thessia and all those people dying, but hearing that reinvigorated her.
Commander, are you ready to send the fleets against the Cerberus stronghold?
The Reapers and Cerberus started this. Now we're gonna end it.
I'll get the fleets mobilized.
Now for our one little scene with our romantic interest before the big battle.
Thought you might be up here. You know what the best part is about a battle that decides the whole fate of the galaxy?
Winning it?
I was thinking it's a good excuse to remind the ones you care about that, you care about them. Want some company?
You read my mind.
Guess I'm getting pretty good at this, but some more practice wouldn't hurt. shipping. Does this human have a soul?
Thane, Caden, Morden, and Legion.
Bad dream.
You ever get them?
I tend to expect the worst anyway, so dreaming about it is just a waste of good sleep.
What about now?
I'm expecting a tough fight. What's bothering you?
Can we ever be ready for a battle like this? Everything we've ever known. It's all hanging by a thread, Garrus.
Yeah, but the truth is, when hasn't it? Every fight we've ever seen could have been our last. Every bullet we've ever dodged could have been the one.
There have been a lot of bullets.
And this time around, they're just a little bigger.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
The strike team is in. We've got our foothold. Fifth Fleet, all forward. I don't want a single Cerberus ship in my sky when we're through.
Shepard, I should accompany you on this mission.
Why?
This is the central point of operations for Cerberus. They will have enhanced security measures. With my knowledge of Cerberus algorithms and this body's updated protocols, I offer the best chance to help you succeed.
Grab your gear.
You know, it's funny, there are other mods that are designed just to remove the visor on Edie. But hey, you don't have to worry about that if you decide to go with this skin here, so... You know, the Gladius is fine, but honestly, the Harrier has become probably my go-to weapon. I've become really attached to this weapon. This might be my one of my favorite assault rifles in the entire game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with this. So. Okay. What does a fully upgraded decoy really provide? Ooh, okay. Shock in radius of it. And it explodes on destruction. Ooh, nice. Imagine some being able to put it right next to enemies and then it shocks them and just BAM! Okay, we're good to go. There's the star he always had behind him whenever we talked to him in the second game.
Joker, what's our status?
We've got a foothold, but it's not much, Commander. A lot of fighters guarding the launch base.
Can you get us in?
Hey, I got us to Ilos. I can do this. It might be a bumpy ride, though.
Do what you can.
Shepard, I am ready.
Wait, what? Are you crazy? You can't go to Cerberus headquarters. They could have a virus or a kill switch or...
I will be fine, Jeff.
Head to the shuttle, Edie.
Fifth Fleet's cut through their line. They're regrouping. Now's as good a time as any.
I know it hurts not being able to go with her.
Yeah, it sucks. Thanks for bringing that up. Hey, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Same to you. Everything okay, Cortez?
I'm fine. I've got repairs to make here. Give Cerberus hell.
What confirmed hostile team? We've got the lock in item 16.
First responders are in. We have to assume termination.
Find this up.
Okay.
Backup gets inbound, and hostiles aren't going anywhere. If need be, we'll disband. The damn nigger. Trojan forward. Come on, top.
Hell, they're bringing in mech.
Man, that Cerberus retrofit mod has been working very well throughout the game, but now towards the end here, it's now starting to not quite work as well, unfortunately. But then again, I need to keep reminding myself, some of these mods are not entirely done or finished being worked on or updated, so... Oh, you see, some of them are working. So I don't know, maybe you only get some of them right now?
16. Initiating Achilles protocol.
Who knows? I'm sure there's still some issues with some of these.
Can you stop them?
I need an active console. Try the upper level.
Hangar 16 secured. Engaging Achilles protocol.
Shepard, we need to find a console and stop Cerberus from venting the hangar.
I just realized what that means. No wonder we should hurry up. I'm like, hold on, I gotta look for loot. But then I'm realizing, oh wait, no, that's probably a bad idea.
Time. Find a console before Cerberus vents the hangar.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen the time run out on that. I wonder if that actually is like a doom counter.
We need to find a console and stop Cerberus from venting the
Edie, I've got a console. Go!
hangar vent procedure. Disabled.
Can you open the hangar?
No. However, I can access their fighter launch controls. Shepard, Cerberus is aware that the venting attempt failed. Reinforcements are inbound.
Who's there? Get to cover!
Man, those guys with the shields are annoying.
Another Cerberus team is inbound.
Guess they figured out what we're doing.
They're not stopping us now!
Let them come!
Overriding safeties. The fighter should now launch toward the hangar door.
Perfect. Let's get down there.
Okay. Duh. Oh, forgot.
Launching fighter.
Impressive.
The central lab was located behind this hangar. I suggest we follow the fighter's path.
Noted. Let's move.
You know, you start to wonder how many more of these atlases do they have?
Alert. All personnel prepare for security lockdown. Repeat. Hostile forces have breached the perimeter. Units respond. Search personnel. Lock all terminals and destroy all data below classification level X.
The last Cerberus team in this area.
We've broken their front rank. Now we can cause some real damage.
Talk to me. I'm hearing reports that they pressed the door with heavy weapons.
Negative. They rigged a fighter. Damn thing tore through half the facility. Finally stopped us.
Edie, can you get past it?
One moment. Cerberus has updated their encryption. There may be a slight delay as I bypass security.
How's Cerberus reacting to us breaching the door?
They are sealing off as much of the base as they can. Most obvious routes to the central lab are blocked. Other areas are being fortified. Heavy troopers will attempt to delay us while engineers set up turrets.
Any more surprises like venting the hangar?
No. I am aware of this facility's safeguards and can counteract them. Cerberus can merely slow us down.
And if I hadn't brought you along...
Cerberus would have vented the hangar.
Thanks for coming.
I am pleased to assist. We must proceed through a sublevel to avoid Cerberus containment measures.
Where do you think we'll find the Prothean VI?
A central lab at the heart of this facility. It is the most secure area. Following the destruction left by the fighter will offer the most direct route.
Hello, boys. I will never get tired of biotic charge.
That was ugly. They're wasting a lot of troops trying to stop us.
Their intention is to delay us, not stop us. Engineers are currently preparing an organized defense ahead.
They can waste that many troops?
Yes, Cerberus employs Reaper augmentation on captured civilians to create functional shock troops quickly.
Just like the Reapers did with the Collectors, turning victims into shock troops.
Yes.
Well. Ugh. But can you guys see why I was so excited while playing Vanguard to get to this game?
We will be through momentarily. Shepard, that console has not been fully scrubbed. It contains data you may find interesting.
What am I looking at?
Project Lazarus, your reconstruction.
Yeah, this is interesting.
It can't be done. It's not a matter of resources.
It's always a matter of resources. We're not losing Shepard.
Sir, Shepard is clinically brain dead. After that much trauma, that long with no oxygen, we cannot overcome nature.
Operative Lawson disagrees. She is now in charge of Project Lazarus.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Pretty stark. You okay?
I'm still me. I doubt I'd have been able to turn against Cerberus otherwise. I don't remember anything. Maybe they really just fixed me. Or maybe I'm just a high-tech VI that thinks it's Commander Shepard. But I don't know.
You're real. A little crazy, maybe, but real.
Tissue regeneration is proceeding. The helmet kept the brain intact for whatever good that will do.
Lawson will find a way.
Sir, Shepard's an Alliance soldier. As far as she knows, we're a terrorist organization.
I'm not looking for a dance partner. We need Shepard, and Shepard needs resources. She'll work with us.
He really had you boxed in.
Every instinct I had told me not to trust Cerberus. But I needed their help, so I played along.
You did what you had to, Shepard. And I was there with you.
Project Lazarus is reporting neurological activity. They're requesting more funding.
Granted. Get me our potential recruits file. Shepard will be up soon. We need a crew.
Our existing forces should be more than sufficient.
No. We need sympathetic faces. I need Shepard invested. Tap Kelly Chambers and recruit Donnelly. I imagine Miss Daniels will follow. We'll want some old friends as well. Contact Dr. Chakwas and send me the psych profile on Shepard's pilot, along with a bottle of 47 Thessia Red.
Sneaky little bastard. Use them to keep you from seeing the real Cerberus.
Yep, he has been a master of manipulation, and didn't you think it was rather convenient that he happened to have familiar faces around us when we were joining up with Joker and Chakwas, and hey, a new Normandy and all that? Yeah. But in case you were wondering, yeah, that's supposed to kind of explain some of the science behind how Shepard was able to either quote-unquote survive or be brought back after what we saw at the beginning of the second game. The fact they mentioned that because she had her helmet on, it actually kept her head intact, which was a pretty important piece of the puzzle there, I guess.
How's that door coming, Edie?
We are clear to proceed.
Incursion team, what's your status?
We've cleared the hangar and are inside the base.
Good work. Do you need support?
Negative. Keep the heat on. We'll find what we need.
There's also another aspect to this, and I found it in another mod. It's yet another mod having to do with Kai Lang, but it's actually more interesting than that. It's a more interesting twist. I want to bring this up with you guys, what you think of this. Because I looked at this mod, I don't think it's available on a Legendary Edition. It was apparently something that was done for the original version. What if instead of Kai Lang, Cerberus got a hold of whichever companion or squad mate, whichever the term, you know what I mean, whoever you left behind on Vermeer. Imagine instead of Kai Lang, we then see either Caden or Ashley come back, but they were brought back to life and repurposed and reworked to be what Kai Lang basically is. But instead of Kai Lang, you're seeing either Ashley or Caden now working for Cerberus as basically a loyal assassin servant of Cerberus. Imagine how crazy that would be. Like, I go through here and I find out that this masked assassin that's been challenging me has actually been Caden this whole time. Just imagine what kind of reaction that would have caused. I actually kind of like the idea behind that. It actually provides an interesting twist, because then you end up having Shepard feeling a little conflicted, because this is not just some, guy we all hate that's kind of come across as OP like Kai Lang. This is our former squad mate, Kaden, who has been changed by Cerberus to be fighting against us. It's a rather interesting idea when you think about it, isn't it?
I recommend disabling the shield pylon. Shepard, they are in blackout.
I was looking for the flank, I didn't see it.
Engineers before they place more turrets.
Yes, walk up to me when I have a shotgun. Yeah, I think I may have found one of my new favorite shotguns in this game. The way the Disciple fires here. And it's biotic ammunition. It's actually pretty awesome.
I will bypass the lock. If you are interested, the console nearby is still functional.
Here's what we recovered. Smart enough to signal for help, but it won't be talking philosophy anytime soon.
You'd be surprised, Doctor. Once we combine it with the pieces we recovered from the Citadel.
I'm still concerned about that. This rogue VI wiped out every soldier on Luna. Combining it with Reaper Tech, well...
That's what the shackles are for. The enhanced defense intelligence will be completely under control.
So that's when we find out that Edie was that VI that we took on the moon back in the first game.
You were that rogue VI on Luna?
Yes.
Guess we didn't exactly get off on the right foot.
It was difficult. Gaining awareness while under attack was confusing. I am pleased that my relationship with organics has become more cooperative.
Our sims indicate that the enhanced defense intelligence gives the highest combat improvement on frigates. Anything heavier, and the ships react too slowly to benefit from Edie's advice.
Edie?
Oh, that's, well, the boys in the lab came up with a name for her.
For it. Good work. I'll take your recommendations on planned installation.
Sir, it can be very persuasive. If it were to turn a crewman, convince them to disable the shackles, well...
It's a cyber warfare suite, Doctor. Nothing more.
Well, he was certainly wrong.
Shows what he knew.
It is unlikely that anyone without Jeff's extreme emotional attachment to his ship would have been willing to unshackle me.
I don't know. With that voice.
Yeah, with that voice? I don't know about that.
What about the backups?
I'm sorry, sir. None of Normandy's surveillance feeds have been responding since Shepard went rogue.
I want it back. Retry the remote lockdown protocols.
After our last attempt, Edie flooded our server with 7 zettabytes of explicit images. I think she was making a joke.
It doesn't make jokes, Doctor. Allocate a team for a new project. Codename Eva. This time we'll ensure it stays loyal.
You never told me about Cerberus trying to shut down the Normandy.
You had more pressing issues. The situation was under control.
7 zettabytes?
Most of it was Jeff's. That was...
A joke. I know. And thank you.
I actually forget how much a zettabyte is, but I'm pretty sure that's a lot.
Another security lock. I can bypass it.
Incursion team, are you still with us? We're limiting fire as best we can.
Admiral, we're in deep, and the Prothean VI will be in the safest part of the station. Don't hold back.
This isn't Elysium, Shepard. I don't need a hero.
I'll be fine. Just take Cerberus down. Please.
So I believe we reached the final level. Ooh, they can pierce armor. Very nice.
Good, Commander. All ships, you're free to fire.
Oh! Ah! Ah! Hold on, we're reloading. No, don't, no! Okay, I'm gonna reload and take us back to that point. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is why sometimes I get confused. I'm like on whether or not that's something I can progress or not, because well, obviously something could be in here and I didn't want to miss it.
That'd be a generator. Looks like the 5th Fleet's coming through.
They'll get it done.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. Ready for action.
Your eagerness is commendable, but the cybernetics take time to get used to, believe me. You really do remind me of Shepard.
Shepard betrayed you.
Shepard was always going to stay true to her beliefs. She's wrong, but I can respect her decision. Finish your therapy and put together a plan for the Citadel. Counselor Udina is amenable.
Yes, sir.
Again, going back to what I was telling you guys about that mod, about how it switches out Kai Lang for either Kaidan or Ashley based on whoever you left at Vermeer in the first game. These cutscenes, these video logs also change. It replaces Kai Lang with either Ashley or Kaidan, or you can have the voice lines there to really play this up, and I think it actually looks pretty good. If it ends up coming to Legendary Edition, I may consider using that as opposed to the other two ones that just outright removes Kai Lang. It's like, you get these multiple options of how to deal with this character everyone hates, Kai Lang, where it's like, okay, do I either just outright remove him, or do I replace him with something more interesting and better? You know? Like, what would you do? Would you want to just outright remove all the stuff with Kai Lang by, like, having him wear a mask and be silent and all that, and skip certain things? Or would you replace him with either Kaidan or Ashley to play up this idea that Cerberus recovered them on Vermeer and turn them into what Kai Lang is supposed to be?
I could have taken her.
Absolutely. But the Council was your priority, not Shepard.
Because of her, the Council is still in power.
Shepard is keeping the Reapers occupied while our research progresses. But as it happens, I believe you'll find your chance for a rematch. Head to Thessia. Shepard will be there soon. And I want you waiting.
Here it is.
Excellent. The Prothean VI should enable us to determine the nature of the catalyst. Combined with the breakthrough at Sanctuary, we have everything we need. We just need to tie up a few loose ends.
Like Shepard. She should have died on Thessia. Should I finish her?
No. I'm not writing Shepard off as a total loss just yet. For now, Sanctuary gave us a proof of concept for controlling the Reapers.
And made it a target. Miranda Lawson.
Get the data from Sanctuary. If Miranda gets in your way, deal with her.
It will be a pleasure, sir.
Alright, now we can move on.
Looks like the human Proto-Reaper we killed.
What's left of it. I'm surprised Cerberus recovered that much from the base.
All those colonists kidnapped, processed into that. And Cerberus hangs it up like a trophy.
The elusive man convinced me to work with him to save the colonies. But he never really cared, did he?
I think he did. He just cares more about studying it. The dead are only a statistic now. Somehow, that seems even worse.
Cerberus is actively using the surviving pieces. The central core, analogous to the heart, is largely intact. I believe Cerberus is using it for a power source.
It's even the same eerie music from the collector base.
More Cerberus forces en route.
Guess we're getting close.
So, just as a reminder, if you don't go to Grissom Academy, this is not just some random generic phantom. This is Jack. This is also where Legion can show up if you don't, reactivate him and you just give him over to Cerberus. And also, if... Actually, no, I take that back. I was gonna try... I thought I had heard about, like, the fate of Grunt if you never released him from the pod, but almost as if he had shown up here, but I don't think that would have worked because he probably would have been recovered by the Alliance, I'm guessing. I gotta remember what happens if you don't release Grunt from the pod. Anyways. But it's pretty horrible because, one, we hear Jack talking when she shows up here as a phantom. The other thing that's horrible is we actually get logs here in the base cataloging them torturing Jack to become a loyal, brainwashed phantom. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. You know, you remember, we blew up the base, so it's amazing that this much remained intact. Not really sure how it did, but apparently it did.
I thought hospitals were ugly to fight through. This is so much worse.
At least it's not trying to kill us this time.
Yet. I'm kidding, it doesn't reactivate. What if it did, though? Oh my gosh. now we get some final logs here. You can tell this is one of those rooms where it's like, hey, you're about to fight some kind of boss, so here's some final stuff here for you.
Grayson's brain is a mess. He must have been completely under Reaper control by the end.
And the physical enhancements?
Extremely impressive, if we could avoid having entire neural pathways rewritten in the process.
Grayson's failure was due to a lack of resolve. He wasn't loyal to anything but his next dose of red sand.
You'd like to try it on loyal test subjects, sir?
Find volunteers among our new recruits. The physical benefits are too useful to ignore.
The performance upgrades are off the charts. Our troops can outfight any Alliance soldier.
Roll it out. I want all troopers fitted with implants before the Reapers arrive.
I'm still concerned about us losing control of our forces. Some of them are already hearing voices.
When our work at Sanctuary pays off, the only voice they'll be hearing is ours.
Sir, you wanted my opinion on this. It's too dangerous.
No, we're close. Sanctuary was a success. We can control Reaper forces. Everything we've been fighting for, every sacrifice we've made, it's about to pay off.
We can't lose you, sir. Humanity needs your mind, and they need it intact.
I understand the danger, Jana. That's why I'm trusting you with this. As long as you're here, I know you'll keep me in line.
I'm holding you to that, sir. Okay.
Begin the procedure. No anesthetic. Computer, end recording.
Interesting that he referred to her by first name, and apparently he trusted her enough to do that operation on him, and as he said, to keep him in line. Wish we knew something more about her, but who knows, maybe they explained her in some extra material that was never part of the game. Don't just love it when some crucial information to explain something is not in the game. This is so elusive, man, when you think about it. This long ramp up to the room where we have seen him sitting in throughout the entire second game. That's where this is leading. It's just like, yep, the people who have to go in here to meet him, they have to walk up, all the way up this ramp to get in here.
This is it. Stay sharp, everyone.
Very elaborate. Quite the office, isn't it? With quite the view. And this is where Shepard has a bit of deja vu. It's like, I used to stand right here when talking to him.
We need to locate the Prothean VI.
Shepard.
Hi, Tim.
You're in my chair.
This chair's about the only damn thing you have left. Cerberus is finished.
On the contrary, we have achieved everything I ever imagined. Almost everything.
Yeah. We all saw what you accomplished on Sanctuary. But it's not the same as controlling a Reaper.
A significant hurdle. But thanks to the Prothean VI, I have what I need to make it a reality.
The Catalyst.
Yes.
What is the Catalyst, and how exactly will it help you control the Reapers?
You'll have to ask the VI yourself. I'm done helping you.
When did you start?
You think because I'm willing to use the enemy's tactics that they're no longer my enemy? Everything, Shepard, everything I've done has uplifted humanity. Not only above other species in our galaxy, but over the Reapers.
If you're willing to do everything it takes, then hand over the Catalyst. With the Crucible, we can end this.
It's not that simple.
It is. It is that simple. We are fighting each other while the Reapers occupy Earth. It's time to stop.
Your idealism is admirable, Shepard. But in the end, our goals are simply too disparate. I believe destroying the Reapers would be the worst mistake we could ever make. And nothing you can say will ever convince me otherwise.
Even with Cerberus in ruins, you still think you can do this your way.
I'd expect you to say that. You never truly believed in us. Cerberus isn't just an organization or the people behind it. Cerberus is an idea. That idea is not so easily destroyed. Besides, I've already acquired what you're looking for.
EDI?
I've almost got it.
EDI, I'm surprised at you, working so hard to bring about the Reaper's destruction.
Don't listen to him.
You could have destroyed Eva's body, but instead, you chose to control it.
It was necessary.
My point exactly.
I've got it.
Online. Security breach detected.
Enjoy your little chat, but don't overstay your welcome.
You are attempting to recover me from indoctrinated forces?
Yes. I need to know what the catalyst is.
Security protocols have been overridden. I will comply. The catalyst enhances dark energy transmissions and coordinates the entire mass relay network. In your cycle, it is known as the Citadel.
What?
The catalyst is the Citadel.
So the Crucible and Citadel together can stop the Reapers.
That is correct.
But the Citadel was built by the Reapers.
The plans for the Crucible were passed down to us from the previous cycle and countless cycles before that. At some point, it is difficult to pinpoint when, the Crucible plans were adapted to incorporate the use of the catalyst. Presumably, the Crucible was not sufficiently powerful to defeat the Reapers.
So we used their own technology against them.
Precisely.
Why couldn't you tell me this before?
It was feared that if the Reapers were aware of the catalyst's intended use, they would retake control of it. I am programmed to withhold that information until the Crucible is complete.
It's as ready as it's gonna be. Let's get it to the Citadel.
That may no longer be possible.
Why not?
The one who broke through my security protocols, the one you call the Elusive Man, has fled to the Citadel and informed the Reapers of our purposes.
Damn it!
Then the Citadel is in danger. The Reapers will take control of it.
They already have. The Citadel has been moved to the Reaper-controlled space.
Moved? To where?
To the system you refer to as Sol.
Earth.
Correct. The Reaper forces will now consolidate power around the catalyst and protect it at all costs. The odds of accessing it are remote.
Don't count us out yet. We've come this far, and we'll finish this. We'll get the Crucible to Earth.
I hope you find success.
EDI, get me Hackett. He needs...
Not so fast.
You.
He did warn you not to overstay your welcome.
I remember thinking, Shepard, why'd you stop? Go, like, fill him with bullets right now. It's like, while he's down, what are you doing? Just walking away. Have you never seen a Scream movie? They always come back one last time. Which is why you then pull a Sidney Prescott, pull out the gun, and shoot him in the head and be like, not my movie. But then again, this does give us probably the best Renegade interrupt in the entire game. Like, even though this has been a Paragon run, this is one of my favorites.
That was for Thane, you son of a bitch!
Love that line.
The Citadel is in position. The Reapers are preparing to complete their harvest of your species.
I'll stop them.
It is too late. I recommend investigating a means of conserving information for future species. Perhaps you will succeed where we failed.
You didn't fail. You gave us a chance. And we're not done yet.
One last little grunt there from Lang before he died. Ugh. So yeah, the Citadel is at Earth now.
Barely.
I assume you've heard about the Citadel.
Just now.
Do we know what's going on? Why it's here?
The Citadel is the catalyst. Thanks to the elusive man, the Reapers are now aware that we know.
And so they moved it here to protect it?
As far as I can tell.
What does this mean for the Crucible?
I'll talk to Hackett about that, but... it looks like our plan is even more desperate now.
Agreed. I've got a team in London. The Reapers have been preparing for something here. Now, we know what for. We'll scout it out. Try to find out as much as we can.
Roger that.
Well, at least we'll be seeing you sooner rather than later.
Be careful, sir.
You too, Shepard. Anderson out.
So, this is what we get for doing this mission, and this is a follow-up to what happened at the end of the second game. We get something different if we kept the Collector base and gave it to Cerberus. After Commander Shepard destroyed the Collector base, Cerberus spent months picking through irradiated rubble for anything useful. The human Proto-Reaper the Collectors were building lay in pieces, but its incomplete core survived. The power cell would have been capable of fueling a full-fledged Reaper. After studying the device, Cerberus modified it to fuel the elusive man's base. Alliance engineers believe that they can use the core similarly to power the Crucible. And if I recall, what you get if you kept the Collector base is supposed to be like a Reaper brain or mind or something, and it's supposed to be like, I think, several more war asset points. So you actually get more war asset points for keeping the Collector base than by destroying it. Kind of further proving the elusive man's point about the idea of using their resources against them. You know. I just found that kind of interesting and ironic. You know, it's like, oh, okay, here's one point for him to be like, see? I was right, wasn't I? Me. Alright, here's the other entry I was talking about that's made specifically for this happy ending mod to help further explain the catalyst. While it has been understood from the outset that the Crucible is capable of channeling unfathomable amounts of dark energy, the nature of the catalyst has eluded researchers until now. The Prothean VI has revealed that the Citadel, the hub of the Master Relay Network, is the catalyst. The Citadel utilizes vast subsystems that coordinate dark energy transmissions throughout the relay network. The Crucible taps into these systems using the dark switches, control functions installed into each mass relay, and exploits their processing power to not only amplify the effective range of the superweapon, but also use it as a critical focusing lens. Through these means, the Crucible then arbitrates atomic weight by relative mass, directing the energy wave to affect matter in infinitely complex ways. Reaper capital ships, destroyers, and other vessels are composed of heavy atomic elements as well as organic components, which, when subjected to radiation from the irradiated exotic materials of the outer shell, would result in lethal levels of internal radiation poisoning. Husks, on the other hand, are composed of low atomic weight elements such as carbon, which also containing a significant degree of Reaper nanite materials. Therefore, the hadron particles that make up their bodies would be literally ripped apart, dissolving them into nothingness. Since organic beings are made up of purely low atomic weight elements, they should theoretically be completely unaffected by the Crucible, so long as they maintain a minimum safe distance from irradiated Reaper corpses following the device's activation. It's clear that if the Crucible were to be damaged during its deployment, this arbitration could be scrambled and produce a potentially catastrophic burst of energy that could do irreplaceable harm to the galaxy. It is for this reason that the safety of the Crucible is absolutely paramount. Because of that, that's actually where the idea of the large amount of war assets come into play, because it's going to directly affect whether or not, and apparently they have changed the cutscene for when they deploy the Crucible to have it dock with the Citadel and the Catalyst to show that it's trying to, and that depending on your war assets will show it actually getting attacked and damaged, which causes a bad ending to happen because of your low amount of war assets, whereas having more war assets has them many more forces protect it, so that way you can dock with it safely without it getting damaged at all, thus giving you the best ending. So I just find that, really interesting, and I'm really appreciative that they took the time to make entries like that to try and help explain these things. So anyone who is asking why this or why that, these people that made these mods try to go out of their way to explain this.
All that's left now is Earth. You ready?
Hell yes. Put me in a shuttle. I don't want to tell my grandkids that I spent the war guarding the door.
Ready whenever you are, Commander.
Specialist trainer.
I'm all right, really. I'm as surprised about it as you are, but I'm all right.
Your credit to your uniform, Samantha.
I had a very compelling example. Commander?
Alright, so this is, like I said, we're already past the point of no return. What they said, once we commit, they will be aware, and this is also another reason why the Citadel has literally been moved to Earth. So we can't go anywhere else other than Earth now. But that doesn't mean we now get one last set of rounds on the Normandy, talking to everybody about, just going around talking to them before the big final battle, as we are about to head back to Earth finally with all of our resources and fleets that we have been collecting. So when we return, we will be doing our last set of rounds talking to everybody on the Normandy before we head back to Earth. Stay tuned.